Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. And now, here's your host, Madeline Roberts.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sooner Sports Pad. I am your host, Madeline Roberts, alongside my lovely co-analysts, Lauren Linville and Collin Kennedy. We also have a very lovely live studio audience with us this evening. Guys, who's joining us today?
The masses from Catholic Student Association are in the building. They're loud and rowdy, and they should be because we have two special guests. Lauren, who do we have?
Yeah, you're right, Collin. They really should be excited because we have OU wrestlers Anthony Mantanona and Demas in the audience tonight.
Yeah.
And later on in Face-Off, Collin and I will give you our Sooner MVPs from Saturday's game against TCU.
And to boot, our boy Zach Brown will give us a look at the swinging Sooner ladies golf team and how they're driving through the season.
Well, after a devastating loss to the Texas Longhorns, the OU football team got back on track on Saturday with a huge, much-needed win over the TCU Horned Frogs.
Very proud of the way our guys played, the way we responded to the 2 weeks. Obviously, the stretch to start the game, the stretch to end of the game. Was some of the best ball we've played as a team really the entire year. You know, we've got to continue to climb, continue to grow as a team. We felt like we took a lot of big steps here in the last several weeks.
Oklahoma scored quickly on their first drive after C.D. Lamb found himself absolutely wide open. Look at all that room. Got a Horned Frog on the screen. After a very questionable penalty on the Sooners, after their celebration, the speedy Kavontae Turpin returned the Austin Seibert kickoff 99 yards for the touchdown. Speaking of penalties, in the first half, several hurt the Sooners severely on both sides of the ball, letting the Horned Frogs unfortunately stay close. But thankfully, the Sooners looked much more disciplined in the second half, got a huge red zone stop, and continued to tear up the Horned Frog defense, leading to a huge 52-27 win. The offense was rolling in this one. Lauren, I know you were at the game, as were Collin and I. What did you see from the offense?
Yeah, well, you know, as you already mentioned, Madeline, they scored 52 points against the Horned Frogs. That's the most points any team that the Horned Frogs have played has scored, and therefore that's a big accomplishment in itself. I mean, last week I said my key to this game was running game, and the Sooners had 101 to be exact, more rushing yards against TCU than they did against Texas 2 weeks ago, and almost 150 more than against Baylor. Kyler was 19 for 24, 213 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Carson Meyer and C.D. Lamb both had a TD, and Lee Morris only caught 2 balls, but guess what? Both of them were in the end zone. Oklahoma had 536 total yards on Saturday compared to TCU's 275, and overall, they looked as good as ever on the offensive side of the ball. But obviously, I think the big storyline here was the defense, as it was Ruffin McNeil's first game.
How about that Sooner defense, baby? Huh? After an emotional past 2 weeks, this Sooner defense had a chance to finally silence all those critics across the country, and guess what? They did just that. They did just that, ladies and gentlemen. TCU brought in 2 very speedy receivers in Kavontae Turpin and Jalen Rager, 2 very solid running backs in Darius Jet Anderson and Showo Olanalua. Great name, by the way. They even used 2 quarterbacks to try and counter the Sooner defense, but it did not matter because whatever weapon was used, it was neutralized by the Sooner defense. And the big storyline here is Ruffin McNeil. He stepped in as interim DC, and the guys are really responding to him. But where's the proof? The proof is in the numbers. 275 total yards allowed. That's the 3rd fewest allowed in the Lincoln Riley era. Very interesting. Allowed just 12 first downs. That's the fewest in the past 10 games. Only allowed 21 yards in the first quarter. That's about how far I can run before I get really tired. And the 6th forced turnover of the season. Parnell Motley with a nice interception at the end of the game. Everyone's always so negative about the Sooner defense, but they shut it down, turn the lights out on the TCU Horned Frogs, and they get another chance to do the same thing against the Kansas State Wildcats on Saturday for homecoming. Let's go.
It was a great Saturday performance for the Sooners. And hey, it was a great Sunday performance for a former Sooner. You know his name. He plays for the Browns. His name is Baker Mayfield. Although the Browns did lose to the Buccaneers, Mayfield had a great game. 23 for 34, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns. But hey, another former Sooner had an even better performance on Sunday. This one, though, wasn't on the field, but it was on the court. That's right, I am talking about Trae Young. He set records as a freshman at OU last year and did yesterday in the NBA for the Atlanta Hawks. Young had 35 points and 11 assists in the Hawks win over the Cavaliers. He was 6 for 14 from 3, which will surprise absolutely no Sooner fans. By the way, Young is the 3rd rookie to have at least 35 points and 10 assists in a game since the year 2000. The other 2 who did that, LeBron James and Steph Curry. 2 pretty good basketball players, I would say. Guys, what about this monster performance from Trae Young.
Yeah, well, there was all this hype surrounding this Norman kid coming to OU. He left after a year to go to the draft, and let me tell you, it is impressive what he's doing right now as a rookie in the NBA, right, Collin?
Even more impressive because everyone said, oh, he wouldn't be any good. He's too small. He's not strong enough. Silence the critics with that performance. How about you, Trae Young? He's going to keep it rolling. It means a lot to the community here in Norman, and he's going to keep it rolling as this thing goes on in his professional career.
Little hometown hero.
Absolutely. Great to see Trae and Baker succeed at the next level, guys.
Yeah.
All right, well, it is time for a break, but when we come back, we will have face-off. We will also take an in-depth look at a Sooner team who is having a lot of success here on campus after working really hard. And, hey, we'll hear from our guests. Stay with us. We gave football a lot of love. So, guys, let's give some love to some other Sooner sports. Lauren, how's the volleyball team doing?
Yeah, well, the volleyball team not only beat West Virginia at home this weekend, but they swept them 3-0. And they had a season-high attack percentage at 600, racking up 49 kills. That's 20 more than the Mountaineers had. Alyssa Enneking and Paige Anderson led with double digits and combined for 29 kills. And on the defensive side, the ladies had 51 digs to West Virginia's 35. Kaiten Kinley got the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week, recording 21. So they did well in all aspects of the court on Saturday. Next, they'll head to Kansas State to take on the Wildcats.
Yeah, hopefully those country roads took them home pretty quick after that, Fat Al. All right. Yeah. Moving on to Sooner soccer, you win some, you lose some for OU soccer as the season continues. They had a nice win over Iowa State on Friday, 2-1 win. Excellent performance for them. And then they dropped a difficult one on Sunday against West Virginia. So back and forth they go, but they'll have a nice chance to bounce back against the Baylor Bears down in Waco, Texas. I think they will do just that and continue having a great season.
I agree, Collin. Well, guys, it is now time for face-off. We haven't done MVPs in a while, so give me your MVPs for the week.
Yeah, well, Madeline, I talked earlier a little bit about OU's improvement with their run game, so I'm going with a certain running back, Kennedy Brooks. The freshman had 168 yards on 18 carries, and he looked like a pro doing it. He ran it in for 6 on 4th and 1, a 21-yard touchdown, and he averaged over 9 yards per carry, having a standout performance that earned him Big 12 Newcomer of the Week. And assuming Trey Sermon is okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think he should be moved up on the depth chart and be a starter for the Sooners. He could not be stopped by TCU's, supposedly great rushing defense, but he could not be stopped at all. And a hot take for everybody here. I think in 2 seasons, Kennedy Brooks is going to be the #1 running back in the entire nation.
I actually heard Lincoln Riley gave me a call and he said, oh, Lauren Linville wants Kennedy Brooks at running back #1. I got to change the depth chart real quick. So props to you. You're officially a coach. All right, my MVP. This is a touchy subject, but this guy deserves everything and more. Trey Brown. Very, very difficult situation for him. Lost his mother this past week. She passed away. But he did not stop. He did not take a break. He went and played for Oklahoma in this university in that game against TCU and absolutely showed out. He played an unbelievable football game. The bravery and toughness this guy showcased, even Lincoln Riley said, I don't know how he did it. He was that great all the way around. And I'm sure he made his mom very, very proud. Props to you, Trey Brown. We're all rooting for you. Thoughts and prayers to you, my man, and you are my MVP for what it's worth. Continue having a great season. We hope you get all right, man.
You got to pull at the heartstrings like that.
Yeah, a little bit, All for touch.
Good performance. I'm with Anna. She's an audience question for the two of you.
Who is your pick for the World Series?
Ooh, good question. I like it. Well, first of all, Collin, who did you pick a couple weeks ago?
I picked the Astros and I won face-off.
Yeah, but still they lost. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the pick that I had that's still right. The Red Sox. I'm going with the Red Sox winning the entire World Series. They held the Astros to just 5 games and won 4 straight. And a little refresher for you, the Astros beat the Dodgers last year in the World Series. So I don't have a problem saying that they are going to dominate. And with Mookie Betts at second baseman, possibly at Dodger Stadium, I think this is a game changer. J.D. Martinez will still be in the lineup. J.D. Martinez, Mookie Betts, 2 of the best batters in the league. Chris Sale is coming off a lot of rest. And Jackie Bradley Jr. was the ALCS MVP. And though he's sometimes, a little unpredictable, I think that he makes the big plays when it matters most. So I'm going with Red Sox in 7.
In 7.
In 7. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be close, but I think they're going to pull it out.
Right out. Okay, obviously I went with the Astros. That went against my Texas Rangers fandom, so I won't do that anymore. But I'm going with the LA Dodgers, baby. Let's get Clayton Kershaw a ring. It's about time. This man has always been one of the pitching greats in the league, and he just needs that ring. Here's the thing, though. Bellinger's smacking the ball really, really well. This lineup is very, very deep. They have some guys in the pen that can get the job done. And I got to tell you, one of my favorite players in the league, Yasiel Puig, that man will bring the electricity in this series. Believe that. Flip of the bat. He's going to be doing that a whole lot throughout the Fall Classic. I think the Dodgers will have a great chance after having a very interesting series this past season to get it done this time around.
Well, I'm excited it's finally here so I can win.
Ooh, nothing like baseball.
We'll have to see who wins. All right, it's now time for viral videos. And Lauren, I hear your viral video has to do with Purdue. Audience, can we give Purdue a round of applause for upsetting Ohio State, helping out the Sooners in those rankings? Thank you, Purdue. Lauren, let's see what you got.
Yeah, OU definitely got a little gift this weekend with a 49-20 Purdue win over Ohio State. Ohio State now sits at number 11, Oklahoma at 8, so that helps a lot. And this leads me to my viral video. Not only did Purdue dominate Ohio State as we saw, but I think this win was for someone else other than just themselves. Check this video out. Oh, we don't have the video, but the 22-year-old Purdue student, Tyler Trent, there it is. Tyler Trent is currently undergoing bone cancer treatment, and he is one big Purdue fan. He witnessed the huge upset from inside the stadium after his pregame prediction of a Purdue win. He got a standing ovation when he finally got to go on the field at the end of the game, and this entire program is cheering him on through his battle. Even Purdue's head coach said that in a post-game conference that he was their new captain, so a sweet moment for him,
Even
despite
that feature
everything
on
he's
Game
going
Day.
through. Yeah.
Pretty really cool. Really, really cool. All right, we're all about the feelings today, all right? We have to make people tear up a little bit more. So I'm going to keep going with it. So here's the thing. Danny Trevathan, linebacker for the Chicago Bears, his grandmother has been one of his biggest supporters throughout his entire career. The thing is, number one, she's battling cancer right now, and number two, she's never seen him play as a Chicago Bear. She's never been to Soldier Field. Well, the Chicago Bear organization decided to change something a little bit about that. You're going to want to check this out. It's pretty awesome.
We have a player on this team that has somebody near and dear to him, means a lot to him, all right? Has a grandmother that's been battling cancer the last several years, all right? And it's my understanding that that grandmother has never seen their grandson play at Soldier Field. So we as an organization wanted to do something special for 59 Danny Trevathan to bring your grandmother here. Come on out, Danny. Someone here special. Somebody wants to see you here. Huh? Special treat. Huh? 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 Yeah, man. Look who's here. Ah! Grandpa! Mama!
That is unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for those two, right? A great way to reunite, and while you guys cheer them on, I'm going to throw it back to Madeline because I'm not crying, I'm just sweating from my eyes, so excuse me real quick.
Definitely pulling at my heartstrings today, guys. Well, it is now time to vote for the winner of Face Off. Cheer the ladders for who you think won. Who thinks the winner is Lauren? All right, how about Collin? Yeah! I'm sorry, Lauren. Collin got this one. Okay. Good job, though. All right, it is time for another break. But when we come back, we'll explore what a Sooner sport is doing so far this season. Stay with us.
Thanks to our cornerstone television partners, OU Medicine, Anheuser-Busch, OU Extended Campus, and our community partners, Landers Auto Group, Devon Energy, Coca-Cola, and OU Medicine.
Welcome back to Sports Pad. After finishing in 20th place at the NCAA Championship last season, the OU women's golf team is determined to make it even further this year. And as Sports Pad's Zach Brown shows us, they believe the sky is the limit.
The women's golf season is underway and they're off to a solid start. That includes setting a school record in the Schooner Fall Classic, smashing the old record by 9 strokes. What helped? A mentality that refuses to lose and just letting the ball fly.
I mean, we did set a record. We all kind of changed our mindset. We worked on having more fun and not being so tense over the ball, just letting the ball go in the hole when it wanted to instead of trying to force it.
Mentally, I can just see a lot of different kind of culture going on within the team and within practice and tournaments, and I think that has pushed us a lot and helped us do better and kind of push through and not give up.
The Sooners' recent success has ignited a ton of excitement within the team, and hometown hero Caitlin Milligan can't help but feel the nostalgia.
It's really cool to kind of grow up wearing crimson and cream and then being able to wear it on my chest and also represent the university. So kind of grew up seeing other people do it and they kind of seemed like heroes, and now I get to be in that position too.
With confidence soaring and many tournaments left to prove themselves, the Lady Sooners feel confident in their abilities and are ready to compete with any team in the country.
We're ready to see where we stand next to some of these other teams and kind of see what we can do, up higher up there.
We're trying to win. I mean, I know I'm not only speaking for myself when we're going to a tournament not trying to get second place, we're trying to win.
I think we have one of the best teams we've ever had here at OU, and that's what's very encouraging and refreshing, and we're definitely looking forward to seeing what can happen. I think sky's the limit for us for sure.
The Lady Sooners hope to ride this wave of momentum into the spring season, but they know they're going to need to continue to improve if they're going to make this season a hole-in-one. Zach Brown, Sooner Sports Pad.
Now let's hear from our guests, Anthony Mantanona and Demas.
Thanks so much for joining us, gentlemen. This will be fun.
All right, so you've got the red and white scrimmage coming up on Thursday. Why is this meet special or different?
This year we have a really good team, and some of our backups are really tough. We got a lot of talent in the room, and we put in a lot of hard hours, so I think it's going to be really exciting, and I think the fans are going to love what they see.
Anything to add to that?
Just like what Anthony said, we got a really good team. We had a really good recruiting class coming in. Most of us redshirted. Now we're coming out and we're trying to make it big now.
Yeah, now you mentioned those red shirts. You guys are red shirt freshmen. Now, how was that red shirt year for you guys, and were there any difficulties about it?
It's a tough transition. I'm going through high school and everything. I'm wrestling every single weekend, so staying back and training while the other guys were able to compete for the team, it was tough, but I think me and Dom both grew a lot, and I think that we're going to have a really significant year.
Yeah, it was tough just sitting back and watching our team and knowing that you can make the team better and help them out more, but you got to sit back and prepare for the next 4 years. But we're ready to come and take it now.
Yeah, okay. Let's that a little bit. Why or how excited are you for this season to quickly approaching? It's your first time at OU playing, so how do you feel?
I'm not just excited for my first college year, but I'm super excited to be representing this school, and we have a very historic program, and we haven't been doing as significant as last year, but I think with the team that we have now, we're going to make a big change, and we're going to shock the world.
Yeah, just like Anthony said, I'm excited to compete for this school and put Oklahoma back on the map.
All right, now the season's coming up pretty quick, but I'm pretty curious, how is the off season for you guys? What goes into preparation for a year of wrestling?
Oh, it was pretty tough. I competed in 6 tournaments back to back, and Anthony was right there with me. We were both making the finals of almost every tournament we were competing in.
Like you said, it was tough. Some people were going home for summer. We stayed here. Well, neither of us are native to the state, so it was kind of tough there. But we worked hard, and me and him both made a world team this year. He went out to Europe. I went out to Brazil. So when it comes down to it, it was really worth it. And I'm glad that every second we put in, we're gonna make it worth it.
Yeah, Anna has a question for you guys.
Who is your favorite professional wrestler?
Favorite professional wrestler? Oh, man.
They're on the spot.
On the spot. Well, do you mean professional as in WWE or Olympic wrestler? What do you mean by that?
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
Whatever I want?
It has to be The Rock.
What is it?
Has to be The Rock. He can do it all.
I was a little kind of like John Cena a lot, so.
All right, well, it is time for another break, but don't go anywhere. Dynamic Duos is on deck. Answer them correctly. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Question number 1. If Anthony wasn't playing sports, what would be his dream job? Is it A, a zoologist, B, a sports manager, C, a pediatric surgeon, or D, a rodeo clown?
I'm going rodeo clown.
Rodeo clown? Let's see.
They made me say it.
They made you say it. All right, question number 2. What is Anthony's favorite music genre to listen to while he warms up? A, country, B, classic rock, C, rap, or D, alternative?
Country. Country.
That was a quick answer. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Question number 3. What is Anthony's dream vacation spot? Is it A, Colorado, B, Hawaii, C, the Bahamas, or D, Scotland?
That's Hawaii.
Hawaii? That was a quick answer too. All right, there we go. Question number 4. How many hours of sleep does Anthony prefer to get per night? A, 6, B, 7, C, 8, or D, at least 9?
He doesn't sleep.
He didn't sleep when I lived with him, so I'm gonna say 7.
7? Let's see. Oh, that's pretty close. All right. Question number 5. What is his favorite Halloween candy? A, Reese's, B, Sour Patch Kids, C, candy corn, or D, Snickers?
That's the easiest candy corn.
Candy corn, Anthony. All right. Thank you for watching Sooner Sports Bad. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and be back